Let's have a massive welcome for the sons of Membertou to open us up.
The Cando event for me always feels like home. And from the lens of an economic development officer, the ones that walk into the space, it's like you're coming home to family. It's like you're coming home to peers that you haven't seen for such a long time. That's what I love about the event. Of all the changes that have taken place, there's one thing that's always been the same. It's the warmth, it's the caring, it's the compassion, it's the love that you have and that people give within this space. How do we cram everything in 3 days? We got all the workshops, we got all the incredible innovation, we got the Woman in Business panel, we got the Youth panel, we got the Economic Developer of the Year awards, we got the Lobster Dinner and the Scotia tour, as well as Membertou tour. We got so much going on, the President's Dinner. How do we cram everything in? What's the highlight? It's the networking. Once a year we get to come back, we get to see our brothers, we get to see our sisters, we get to see our family members and tell stories and celebrate. To me, the highlight is seeing people. Is once a year we get to gather in such a beautiful way, and when we gather and share stories, it's more than just a conference, it becomes ceremony, it becomes something special. Our ancestors have been doing this for such a long time. Since the beginning of time, we've come together and formed relationships and brought medicine and stories and knowledge. Oh man, and we continue that today at this 29th annual conference in AGA. So Cando, I want to thank you for having me to be a part of this beautiful, wonderful, sacred event. I'm so thankful, Cando.
I was intrigued by the theme of this conference, transforming economic development in changing times. I've been around longer than I care to admit, and honestly, it's always felt like changing times.
This is a wondrous journey to be on. It's absolutely a necessary concept to embrace as well.
Believing in yourself and being true to yourself is a fundamental thing that you can't lose your identity in terms of creating economic success. And if you do that, will be a better future for your community and for Canada.
I think all of us would agree that economic development needs to be opportunities for everyone. It's about encouraging entrepreneurship and being strategic in helping to grow the sectors of the economy for everyone.
Economic Development Canada.
You know, a part of the Cando family for a number of years, I've seen a lot of growth and change. And I'd really like to commemorate, the Cando staff for growing the success of the programs that they offer our economic development officers throughout Canada.
Being from a Mi'kmaq community and the Cando Conference being here in Membertou, another Mi'kmaq community, I couldn't be more happy and proud that we are a Mi'kmaq territory. If a youth is just finding out about Cando, I would definitely look into applying to be a part of our National Youth Conference, which is geared to promote economic development and the career as an economic development officer in our communities and the importance that is of that role in our communities.
And we're not just here, Cando is here. Economic developers are here. There's energy, there's beauty, there's passion, there's love, there's wisdom. So let's make our mark and let people know that we're here. Are you ready? You ready for a collective woo?